Hello beautiful friends, Orle here. I just wanted to come on and make a video about a theme that's been showing itself recently in the last month. So how I tend to work with energy is I see waves coming in and they may last for certain periods of time. So I saw basically an energy wave completed itself in July from earlier in the year, and then I saw a new one really taking off in August, and this one will be going till about February of 2021. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like a feeling and vision I get. So what's happened with this wave is that many of us are getting the opportunity to really grow right now, to expand ourselves, our work, be of service, become clearer about what's important to us, more in alignment with our truth. And what happens and what can happen when a new energy wave comes in is that we go through a lot of change internally as well as externally. And when we're going through this change, we often return to our crutch. Our crutch can be our addiction, be it alcohol, tobacco, drugs, gambling, sex, and onwards it goes, or patterns of behavior that we repeat, and that includes certain ways of thinking. So it's a crutch for us in times of change. That stabilizes us to some degree. It doesn't really, but it has a deep familiarity, and that's often what we're craving. And it gives us a sense of connection. At least that's how it feels at the time. But what often happens is that's a very short-lived connection, and afterwards we don't feel as good. That's how it is for unhealthy addictions, patterns, ways of thinking, etc. So if this has been you, I wanted to make this post because if you've been going through some form of like pattern, habit that's not really been serving you, whether it's just been reactivated, you might have put it away and it's come back, or it's just always been there on a manageable level and it's gotten a bit worse. I just want you to know that that's a big part of what can happen when we transition, when we go through changes. And as much as it's come in, you can actually release it again. So as we get into this energy flow, we can just observe the habit. If you want to engage in it, you engage in it, but you do so very consciously. You do so almost vocalizing it out loud, like, I'm going to do this because I want to do it, because I have a feeling that I want to do it. You partake in it, and then afterwards, within a day or so, reflect out loud how you feel. Okay, I engaged in this, but actually I don't feel so good about it. And that kind of vocalizing and hearing of the feedback loop can really help reset ourselves. Also to state what your desired outcome is. For example, I would rather not partake in this habit. I'd rather be free of whatever it is. And again, meeting our true selves, by speaking it out loud, we meet ourselves, we speak our truth, our wisdom, and it sinks in. And it might be a process that might take a few weeks, a few days, a few hours, a few minutes, or longer. But it does naturally sink in and we tend to move towards it. We're always moving towards what we're focused on, so please don't be hard on yourself. Hold a vision of you as you would like to be. The vision of you on the peak of the mountain. The vision of you where your well-being is good, where your work life, where your finances are healthy, where you're happy with yourself, you're happy with your family, with your relationships. It's really important that we sit and connect to this version of ourselves. It can simply be the true self, without word, without definition, without picture. Or we can use these images that you're in such a situation, feeling such a way. Whichever way you wish to connect to that truer self, it's important to do so, as it gives us a direction that we're heading towards. So this really helps us navigate these times of change. It really helps us realize the vision as well. All right, I'm going to leave it for there. Thank you so much for listening. We are in great times of change. Great things are happening. Go easy on yourself, dear friends. I love you. I bless you. I give thanks for you. We're in this together. May we take time to be in our hearts, to support each other, to hold a beautiful vision for yourself, for this world and planet. And so be it. Oh, thanks for listening.